Hello, and welcome back to Syberia, the world before. This time, we continue as Dana Rose in Silberspiegel Refuge in summer 1937, because, well, Kate listens to her story. So, as we know, Dana arrived in this refuge to just
There, like that.
a
Try not
small
to
summer
move
job,
now, darling.
uh, exclusively to earn a bit of money. Hello.
Leni, sweetheart,
Crikey, you nearly made me jump out of my skin.
She's been
what
standing
have you
there for a
got
while.
there?
Oh, it's a camera lens, that's all.
A camera lens.
Yeah? Borrowed it from Frau Junta?
Looks like a filter more.
Who is this Frau Junta anyway?
Ginger Junta, over there.
She married?
Oh no, too old to marry now. She's way past 20, you know. That's why she likes filming Leon.
Huh?
Because he's young and handsome.
What do you mean it's
Leni?
too late to marry?
And she never lets me have a go of her gear anyway. I only wanted to help her film something. I bet she's jealous.
Leni, what's so special about Frau Junta's equipment that makes you want to steal it?
Borrow it.
All right, borrow it.
Can't you see? Who would be interested in Ginger Junta if she didn't have a camera, huh? She's too old for Leon. She uses it so she can be the centre of attention, you know.
Is that what you want?
No, not exactly. Besides, there's nothing to do here.
I do understand, Leni, but
No, you don't. Feels like a prison here sometimes, all on my own. When I grow up, I'll live at the top of a building in the big city, and I'll have a swimming pool on my roof.
believe me, I do understand, Leni. Because of my coughing fits, I've sometimes had to stay in my room for weeks on end. Imagine that, nothing to see but the same four walls.
Oh, right. Must have been pretty tough, I guess.
That's why I took up the piano. Do you like doing anything special, Leni?
I suppose I like making stuff with Papa. He's got ever such clever hands, you know. But he's always so busy in the summer.
Let's be friends then, shall we?
You won't tell on me then?
Not now that we're friends.
You promise?
I promise.
I'm not a snitch.
A
She have
bit more
business.
to the side, darling, please.
Another creation of Herr Gustav. I guess he won't mind if I take a quick look. Madonna laces.
But I don't see anything there. Silberspiegel.
The Silberspiegel. The heart-shaped rock face that gave its name to the refuge. According to Herr Gustav, only the most seasoned alpinists can climb it.
Devil's Peak.
The highest peak in the region. Little Leni said that it's the keeper of the border with Switzerland, and that it's supposed to feed on the souls of those who have been swept away by the mountain.
Menacing. Devil's Pass.
This path leads to Switzerland. One needs to be guided by an alpinist to go through it, though.
Damn, that thing is very cool. Hell Gates.
The Devil Pass starts here. The end of the road for an inexperienced hiker like me, I guess.
This thing is so cool.
Leon, dear, do make an effort.
No, don't make an effort if you don't want to.
Better not interrupt them. That Frau Junta wasn't exactly friendly earlier with Leni. I've done all that Herr Gustav told me to do. I'd better go and tell him.
All right.
Fine. No more orders and everyone's served.
That's the go. You handled your first foray pretty well, Dana, my girl, stepping away as you did from anything to do with the Brown Shadow. Keep it up, and we'll all be all right. Hey, Dana?
But what if he...
Just do as you did, and we'll be all right. You played him like a fiddle, Dana. Well done. Especially as I didn't even have to spell out how to go about it. You're a natural. So keep it up, my lovely, and you'll be opening doors at the flick of an eyelash.
They play me like a damn fiddle.
So, young lady, you're still off to the academy in the fall, are you not? What you waiting for, then? Get back to your practicing, and play us a nice tune while you're at it.
All right then, I will. Thank you, Herr Gustav.
Play something melodious this time. It'll make a nice change from the military pieces some of the patrons have been requesting of late.
Oh, come on.
Well, Herr Gustav did a pretty good job repairing that key I broke yesterday.
You did what? Come on. Clap, people. Clap.
Oh, gosh, I hope I haven't...
Bravo!
Thank you.
Bravo! Bravo!
Bravo. Bravo.
Clap! How can you clap? Oh, so you like noise, do you? Do you? Well, you
He's drunk.
should be ashamed! Ashamed, I say! To applaud the music of a treacherous Polish separatist! Rebel rousing! It's this kind of rebel rousing that puts the poison of Marxist Bulgarian ideology in the minds of honest people!
Well, Dana is
And
Bulgarian.
those who partake in its vulgarization are accessory to treason!
You are drunk, Herr Hoss.
Out of my way, boy.
Boy. You did it to yourself.
Come, Fraulein. Best clear off until the dust settles.
You should have seen me then, Fräulein Walker. I was so young and eager to witness whatever could happen between Dana and Leon. I needed to know, to be included, one way or another. So, that's the painting Dana thinks father should buy from Leon. Nice choice.
Yes. Appreciation.
What a fiasco.
Go up to your room, Leni.
Not now, Leni.
Nobody likes Leni, right? Why? Well, she borrows things, so yeah, maybe that's
He
the
had it
reason.
coming.
Ooh, that's quite a damage. Uh,
Oh, Leni. Why don't you leave the piano to those who actually know how to play it, huh?
I was onto something. Can I?
What's the point? I could never compete with Dana.
Leni, don't. Give them some space, would you?
Maybe somewhere from upstairs? Local man Leon Kobatis took a shock slalom men's gold at the Garmisch-Partenkirchen Winter Olympics on Saturday as the two favorites both spectacularly bombed out. Ivan Ballangrud of Norway won silver, 0.34 seconds behind, and Rudi Kranz of Germany the bronze after his compatriot Franz Pfnur and then Bertil Persson of Norway both imploded. Kobatis, 21, becomes the only Bulgarian skier to win an Olympic medal, breaking the national record set by Hans Gartmann in 1932 in Lake Placid. It means everything. I've been training my whole life for a moment like this, said the unheralded mountain guide from Wagen. I took a medal in Lake Placid, 1932, a bronze, but I always dreamt about the gold medal, and now it's a dream come true, and I'm totally blown away. Kobetis follows in the footsteps of Max Schaff as only the second national to win the men's Olympic slalom gold. If I'm butchering German, I ask for understanding and I beg for forgiveness. I do not have German in me, but I have
I'm so glad I started this collection of photos.
desire to learn it
When
maybe
I grow
someday.
up, I'll travel all around the world and photograph everywhere I go. When I'm old, the wall will be covered with them.
Okay, you got me hooked. Is it covered in the present
Honestly,
times?
Junta is not that good. I'm sure I could do better if only I could practice a bit.
I like the Christ. It's not a goat, is it? There should be some other name to it.
You all right? Yeah, I thought so.
It's just that if I had retaliated, I would have lost my job, you know? Believe me, I came this close to not being able to pay for my studies at the academy after the holidays.
Forget it. He was blind drunk. Won't even remember it come tomorrow. All Gustav could see it wasn't your fault. Besides, you didn't see him after your performance. Ecstatic he was.
There are more and more people like that brute. They don't even bother to hide their hatred anymore. It's like they've been given a mission, or perhaps I should say permission, to abuse people like me, as if Vagarans had suddenly become the scourge of society. And we're powerless to act because if we did, we'd lose our home. My parents, they've become a bundle of nerves. They can't sleep at night. Only last week, our shop window got smashed again, and our neighbors, they couldn't care less, and neither could the authorities. What's wrong? Did my rant frighten you?
Well, yes. Yes, it did. I mean, not you, Fraulein. But what you said about the fascists. You've put my own suspicions into words, Fraulein. Because what you say about the Brown Shadow is true, and that's what worries me. I used to think they were just a bunch of cranks in their ridiculous uniforms. But now I can see these lunatics really are serious. Deadly serious.
But you did know who was behind the Origin expedition.
Never gave it much thought, to be honest. Only met Huss and the scientists today.
Oh.
For me, they were no different from any other group I've trained. If I'd have known that, I'd have had second thoughts. Actually, do you know what?
What?
I'm going to stop training them.
Can you do that?
It's still a free country, right? So after a few weeks' notice, I'll be off the hook. At least, I get to spend the summer here with you. Painting.
But I don't paint.
No, you play. I paint. It's my passion. And you can be my muse.
Is that what you say to all the girls?
No. Never.
Hello, you two lovebirds. Everyone's going to bed, so you better come back inside or you'll catch cold, or worse.
Oh, the times when the cigarettes were fancy with this like sticks or
And
something.
that's how Dana pipped everyone at the post. It only took one look for Leon to fall head over heels in love with her. And it didn't take much for Dana to fall for him. Love at first sight, you might say.
Okay, so there are romantic relationship. Got it. There is.
The whole
romantic
band
relationship.
stayed at the chalet all summer long. Then, I suppose, everyone went their own sweet way.
Did you ever see any of them again?
Oh, no.
What about Dana and Leon?
They too went their own ways, I guess. And that, Fräulein Walker, is all there is to it.
Where did Dana go after she left?
Back to her parents, I should think. Somewhere in Vagen.
Do you know if she's still alive?
Can't be sure, but I doubt it. It was a lifetime ago, Fräulein Walker.
Where do you think she might be if she were?
No idea. Things went from bad to worse after that summer. Not to mention half the town was razed during the war.
Did Dana leave anything here? Any documents or anything that might help me find where she went?
Not that I know of. But I suppose there might be in Father's old coffer. Must still be in the loft. Junta bought it from him that summer, so she could use it to store her precious filming gear. She was supposed to come back for it, but she never did. If there is anything that can help you, it will be in there. So feel free to look around the refuge by yourself if you like, even though I don't think anyone managed to open the coffer since Junta left.
Thank you, Demoiselle Leni. Thank you so much.
She's nice. Does this thing still work? Ah.
There's a cap blocking the view. I have to put in a coin. Typical.
It's not like you own a coin, right? Well, you do have a wallet, wait a second, so... Yeah, we actually have a coin. Look. Oh, and remove cap. Yes, sure. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Now we're talking. Oh. Oh, this thing got upgraded. And while
That's
Kate...
the fabled Silberspiegel. Oh, I wish I had time to watch it change color.
And while Kate does not comment it as much as Dana commented stuff, I can still live with that. Spiegel. Okay.
Wow, that pass is breathtaking.
And the last one.
I wonder what's inside that tent.
We can actually go down. Sure. I think it's a little bit early to leave though.
The authorities have closed the path due to excavation works on the other side of the mountain. Suits me. I wasn't exactly planning on climbing a mountain today anyway.
Due to a recent discovery at the foot of the passage known as Devil's Pass, this path has been closed to facilitate excavation works. In order to prevent any risk of accident and to ensure public safety, access to Devil's Pass is strictly prohibited until further notice.
That must lead to the other side of the circus.
Why do they call it circus? Circus is with the clowns, is it not?
Maintaining the refuge must be a huge job. As tough as Leni is, I hope she has some help when she needs it. That must be the piano Dana played on the night she met Leon. The night Leni told me about. That must be the piano Dana played on the night she met Leon.
Okay, I thought
The night Leni
we'll
told
have a
me
closer
about.
look or anything. Sorry about that. If I go in this direction, wait a second. Oh, a dude. For some reason I thought
A
the refuge is
mechanical
empty.
stove. Seen better days. Another object with the look of the Voralberg workshop.
Caution. System.
Ah, I see I'm not the only one stuck here. Bah, pull up a seat and together we can moan about being stuck here.
Thank you, but I have things to do.
I hope you can stay until this evening at least. In London they have the changing of the guard. Here we get the changing of the colors. I guarantee it's worth the wait. Hmm? English?
American, actually.
Oh, seeing as you've come so far, then. Besides, it's always nicer to be stranded in good company. From Belgium, myself, on a world climbing tour.
Stranded?
Didn't you know? They've closed the Teufelskragen. That's the path they call the Devil's Pass.
So that's what all the fuss is about.
All down to climate change.
You mean the thaw, right?
Made the path too dangerous to climb and apparently resulted in a morbid discovery.
Oh?
Bodies of resistance fighters, killed while leading refugees to Switzerland. Frozen solid.
Resistance fighters? You mean frozen since the Second World War?
That's what the paper says.
Is that what the tent's for?
It's a temporary chapel of rest that the rescue team made while waiting for the bodies to be airlifted out.
I see. I guess there's no reason to disrespect the departed, even after all these years.
I only hope all this sudden interest from excavationists puts an end to the stupid rumors that a strange creature haunts the Silberspiegel. Otherwise, you can be sure as soon as the old lady pops her clogs, this place will become run over by those infernal tourists.
I'm pretty much sure it will not stop the rumors.
What about those frozen bodies they discovered at the foot of Devil's Pass?
Well, due to climate change, the snow line has receded, revealing the bodies trapped in the ice since the Second World War. Most probably resistance fighters and exiles, trying to flee the fascist occupiers and reach Switzerland by the pass. I imagine they got caught in an avalanche. Poor wretches have been imprisoned ever since. Until today. That is why the authorities have blocked access to the pass, so they can take the bodies out, identify them, and give them a proper burial.
I see. I saw the tent at the foot of the pass through the spyglass outside. Didn't realize it sheltered such a gruesome discovery, though. I've had some experience with fantastic fauna myself. But what do you make of the so-called strange creature that roams the mountain?
Just another local fairy tale to pull in the tourists, if you ask me. They say it lives in prehistoric caves. And that it's responsible for people going missing. Ooh. Some even say that the mysterious cries you can hear on some nights are the creature calling for a mate. In other words, the usual twaddle you normally get in remote or uncharted places like the high mountain or the deep sea. Twaddle passed down from generation to generation through sheer ignorance.
Surely, from what I read on the way here, the cries could come from an animal native to the area, couldn't they?
That is my thinking exactly. No doubt a bear with something caught in his throat. It happens, you know. Probably scared a tourist one evening, or... maybe it was young pranksters.
Can you tell me about this Devil's Pass?
Oh, it's on the far side of the cirque, looking out from the terrace. As you can imagine, it's called Devil's Pass because it's extremely dangerous. Most of all because of the risk of avalanche. Only seasoned alpinists can negotiate it, really. As a professional alpinist myself, what I love about it is knowing I'm climbing in the tracks of courageous climbers of bygone times. There's a real sense of history about it. For example, resistance fighters used it during the war to smuggle vagrants and other victims of the Brown Shadow into Switzerland.
Is that the path they've closed that leads from the refuge?
That's right.
Thought so. I saw the notice.
They've blocked it off so the helicopter can airlift the frozen bodies from the bottom of the pass. Meantime, they have set up a temporary chapel of rest, as you can see.
Well, that's moving. It's important to show respect, even after all these years. Right. Thanks for cluing me in. Anyway, I better get back to what I was doing.
You are welcome, Fräulein.
Reminds me of Hans's automatons in Valladolid.
Can we mess with it? Maybe not.
Leni's father must have made this stair lift to help her get up and down the stairs. Must have taken him many hours. It's touching when you think about it.
I thought I saw the pictures over there. Did I not? I'm not sure.
An old book? The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann? Funny. My grandparents left me a copy before they died when I was a kid. I should get around to reading it someday.
Well, maybe you should.
Dormitories. I wonder how many people stop at the refuge these days. This must be Leni's room. Not sure I'm keep your servant also from willful sins. May they not rule over me. Then I will be blameless, innocent of great transgression. Sweet.
I must have skipped something interesting that Kate said when we entered the room. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That one was
Photos
nice.
of the refuge. Looks like they're arranged by time period. These date from before the war. There's even one from the summer when Dana worked at the refuge. There are no photos of the occupation of Vaughan by the Brown Shadow. I guess that corresponds to when Leni and her father had to leave the refuge.
$75, $82, $80.
All these
72.
photos go up to the 80s, including my date of birth.
And those? 2000s.
This series ends at 2002, 3 years ago, when I began my journey with Oscar and Hans's train.
Oh.
That's pretty impressive. Obviously helps Leni get up and about.
Okie doke. Do I see the painting that Dana helped pick?
It must be a lot of work keeping this place going. Hats off to Demoiselle Leni for managing all by herself. Austere. Looks like a storage room. It's cold in here. Another of those cigar butts.
Who's smoking cigars? Yeah.
So that's the painting Dana told Leni's father to buy. Not bad. And similar in style to my painting. Wonder what the others were like. There. But who could have left it open? Austere. Looks like a storage room.
Right. Oh. Take-up reel.
Take-up reel. Like the ones used on old cinema projectors.
Huh. Okay. Oh. 3rd September 1945. Dear Herr Gustav Renner, with regard to your letter of 3rd August, we are pleased to inform you that Voralberg Manufacturing would be honored to assist your daughter Leni following the tragic events that resulted in her disability. Both my father and my brother Hans would have been as admiring as I am of her selfless courage during the troubling years the old continent of Europe has recently suffered. I'm doubly proud to learn that Leni is the daughter of one of our most talented former employees. It is therefore with great pleasure that Vorarlberg Manufacturing has decided to respond favorably to your request. Please find enclosed the construction plans that will allow you to adapt the entire mountain refuge to Leni's handicap. Nice.
I must remember to ask Leni about it. Don't want to break my neck, thank you very much.
And that will be the coffer, right?
This must be Junta's coffer, the one Leni spoke about.
Well, we have found the medal for the resistance, right? So we might as well ask Leni about it.
What now, Fräulein? I was just about to doze off.
Can you tell me about the resistance medal with your name on it?
Sure, I was in the Resistance. Not for those medals, though. Nothing but tin charms. You see, there's those who received medals, and those that were killed. And besides, they aren't gonna give me my legs back, are they?
No, but they prove you played a part in the liberation of your country.
Puh, nonsense. Nothing but bad memories. I'd rather not talk about it.
How did you meet Leon Kobatis?
Why do you ask? You from the police or something?
No. I just thought I'd ask, since you seem to appreciate him. Didn't you?
Fräulein, when I said you could look in the guest rooms, it didn't include my room.
Oops.
But yes, like I said before, he was a regular customer even before the episode with Dana. To me, he was like a movie star. What young girl wouldn't be bowled over by a young, handsome alpinist? And to top it off, an Olympic medalist?
About Junta's coffer.
What about it?
Where did the coffer in the loft come from?
In fact, Father made it himself during the long winter evenings. He wanted something more elegant and solid than the old family coffer where he kept the takings. So he made the one upstairs, thanks to the techniques he learnt when he worked in the Voralberg factory in Valladolid.
Valladolid in France?
That's right. The price Junta paid was equivalent to a month's worth of takings. Money well spent, though, because it was built like a mountain fortress.
You wouldn't happen to know the combination, would you?
I told you before, I don't know it.
I'll be going then.
You do that. Leave the old lady at peace.
I should check each side of the coffer.
You should check more about the region.
It's not the time to take the tram back. There's still a lot to do here.
Because apparently we don't know everything about the region. I mean, I did everything here, did I not? I mean, we checked the Hell's Gates, we checked the Devil's Pass, the Devil's Peak, the Silberspiegel, and Madonna's Laces, so these things are all checked. Now, anything I missed over here? I don't think so. There is only like this pass and that's it. Right? We read this thing, we had a look at this thing.
Dazzling up here. I can see why they call it the Silberspiegel. Silber means silver, and Spiegel is mirror. The silver mirror. It certainly lives up to its name. So much going on in these mountains. Now and before. But I'd better get back on track, or I'll end up renting a room from Demoiselle Leni.
And you do not want to do that, apparently. This place is nice. Why wouldn't you rent a room here? But yeah, as it is common with me, it was just a single thing that I somehow managed to miss in the very beginning location. So that becomes a sort of a pattern, and maybe I should address it somehow. Oh Lord. What is that? Maybe this thing. Maybe. I'm not happy about this thing, to be honest. Okay, I am happy about this thing. That is much better. Should something happen, because it looks complete to me. So you have the line like this white line continues, this crack continues. You have a crack here that goes on like the sky. This feels fine to me, as well as this one. There should be more to this, no? And these things... Okay, we have a proper puzzle here, everybody. Like this thing, it's out of place. It doesn't fit here. Oh, this fits, okay. Not this one. Not really. Maybe. Not really. So, I mean, what now? Okay. Something did happen. Which kinda implies that this thing is not correct. Let's see. So apparently you can adjust them in like half movements as well. I pretty much like it like this. Ah, there you go.
Amazing. Now it shows the view from the terrace.
Oh, you're Silberspiegel and you're Devil's Pass, right? So... 72 and 108. Yo. I can see the mechanism. I so much appreciate it that you can see the mechanism.
I'll need a key to open it.
Oh, you have one. Did you not pick up a key with you? Oh boy, oh boy.
Wagen Refuge, 1937. Junta's films, taken during the summer Dana worked here. This one says Leni, director. So I guess Leni did get to make her film after all. A film developing company. They probably developed Junta's films and sent them back once they were done. Looks like she didn't note down the end of her meeting with Dana. But it might still contain the info I need to open the coffer. No doubt Junta must have written this. Summer 1937. The year Dana worked here. Let's see. I filled my last diary last night. Ordered another one, but still waiting for supplies to be delivered to the refuge. Using an old envelope in the meantime. Today invited Dana for a chat after her shift.
I was so afraid that this is a canteen. You can't imagine, like, my heart was racing.
I'd like to know what Leon sees in her. I've never seen him so smitten. Thanks for popping up, Dana. How did the shift go?
Fine, same as usual.
Just finishing up here, then I'll make us a nice cup of tea.
Wow, that looks futuristic. What is it?
Ah, that little baby is my viewer. That's why it goes in the coffer.
What does it do?
I use it to put together and edit the rushes.
The what?
Rushes. In other words, the strips of unedited footage. I've finished today's selection, so be a dear and put it in the coffer, would you?
I would if I knew how.
Oh, just turn the key in the lock.
Thanks to the document found in 2005 by Kate, you can relive the events of the past it describes. Use the information Dana gained in the past to progress with Kate. Cool.
The key Junta asked me to hide.
Dana, be a darling and put the key somewhere safe. You can't be too careful with these mountain people, especially with that little Leni sniffing around my equipment all the time.
Where do you normally put it?
I have a little hiding place over there.
Oh. I mean, that's classics.
Is this where you want me to put the key?
Yes, there's a dear.
It's a handy hiding place. Who made it?
Oh, Herr Gustav. He knows only too well that some customers have their little secrets, you know.
Junta's key should be safe in there.
Just need to finish preparing for the filming tomorrow. Then we can chat away to our heart's content. If you could just fetch me a new roll of film from the darkroom, then we're done.
Should be somewhere here. Yeah. It was not on the floor. The button was somewhere else.
Get away!
Junta's coffer key.
It looks like a standard Voralberg key. I don't understand what's all the fuss about.
Where can I find the combination for the mechanism?
Good question that you ask. Okay, that is not very helpful. Apparently I cannot...
The end of Junta's notes. Impossible to know what happened next. But maybe I can figure out how to open the coffer from what I've read.
Did you take the photos of the athletes? You're not often lonely then.
Well, look at our sweet little waitress. Doesn't she have a saucy mind? It's called art, dear. My work aims to explore every facet of youth and the vitality of bodies.
I bet it does.
Talking something saucy, hmm?
That's a lot of equipment you have there. If you don't mind my asking, how do you manage to pay for it all?
Oh, that's easy. Especially when you know a few generous patrons of the arts, dear.
Did you take this picture?
Of course.
And Herr Hurst, what's he doing with the Origin expedition?
Unfortunately, all scientific expeditions sponsored by the Brown Shadow come with a chaperone like him. There to make sure their funds are used as they see fit. In other words, that there is no divergence with regards to their ideology.
How did you get to film them training?
Oh, it was a commission. Lucky, really. Right place, right time kind of thing. Of course, I jumped at the chance because it meant I could film Leon in action at last.
How did you and Leon get together? I mean, how did you...
We're just friends, if that's what you want to know.
Darn it. The end of Junta's notes. Impossible to know what happened next. But maybe I can...
I love your photos.
Ah, well, they each represent an element of mountain wildlife and flora I've photographed recently. I use them as a sort of checklist.
This seems like quite a hint.
A checklist, huh?
So a goat, a flower... What's that thing? A mountain and a tree, okay. A goat, a flower, mountain and a tree. Yeah. Now, before we use the viewer, I would like to make a pause. And then with the fresh resources, we continue this part where we can now swap on our convenience between Kate's story and Dana's story. I like how this approach develops. That first, I was really confused. Why do we have like Dana's story at first? Because it seemed quite disconnected from Kate's story. But then for a large chunk of game, we have Kate exclusively, right? That is very nice. And then we see how their stories intertwine with each other, how Kate is retracing Dana's steps, and you can actually just see what Dana was doing according to her notes, and then you follow the same stuff like Kate in the present. It's very nice. Interesting how it might develop further. I don't know. I have no idea. Not even a single guess. we'll simply see that. For now, thank you for staying with me. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay. If that's the case, please leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there.